Oh, good golly, it's Monday night, and you know what that means. I'm here, you're here, we're all here. Maybe it's Tuesday, maybe it's Wednesday. I don't know when you're listening to this, but if you're watching this live, and actually no one is yet, it is Monday night. And this is the Toronto Beer Podcast with me, your host, Chris Schreier. Oh, we're going to get into it, guys. We are going to get into it. But the first things first, let's check out my buddy Rob Currie and the Currie brothers. Yes, indeed. That is, of course, our theme. Link Ray Gunn, Rob Currie and the Currie brothers. The record is called We Are the Currie Brothers. Does what it says on the can. Don't know if you can hear in the background. My wife is currently taking the garbage bins out right now, and I can hear it. I bet you can too. Anyway, what a woman, eh? Oh, gosh, I'm lucky. Mother's Day this past weekend. I hope you remember to call the mother figures in your life and tell them how much they mean to you. We had a nice day. Went out for all you can eat sushi. We were winning. It was good. What a woman. What a day to remember. It's great. Remember makes it sound like she's gone. She's still here, taking the garbage bins out right now. All right. Hey, just in case, this is not a serious note, but it is kind of serious. I'm fine. If you happen to notice at any point in the video that band-aid on my wrist, that was just an errant carving knife incident. Just an incident. I'm fine. Scooped out a little piece of skin. Actually took a piece of tattoo with it, which I didn't know was a thing you could do, but it scooped out the tattoo. So I'm going to have a little scar through that tattoo line. But it was a total accident. I'm fine. A-okay. Just using a hook knife, well, not for the first time, but I'm very new at using a hook knife to scoop out the bowl of a ladle. And it skipped, and hey presto, tagged me on the wrist. Funny enough, a little while later, I got the exact same cut on my knee on the other side. So, jeepers, you'd think I would cut myself a bit less, wouldn't you? But there it is. Anyway, accidents happen. If you see it and you're worried about me, don't worry. A-okay. Just a band-aid, just a carving incident. Everything's cool. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get into this. Now, I realized I'm on a bit of a story arc now. Last week we did Todd is an Absolute Beauty. That was a pale ale from our friends down at Refined Fool. This is Longshot Pale Ale from our friends at Left Field. I'm on a bit of a pale ale swing right now. I don't mind it. I like me a pale ale. I know a little bit about this beer. I don't know what's in it. It's a pale ale. I got that. I do know that it was the first beer that they made at the Liberty Village location, and that's kind of cool. So let's get into it. Get the pour for the kids at home. There was a mouthful of beer in that glass. There is now a mouthful of beer in my belly. Oh boy, the glass is awfully dirty with my fingerprints because I've been using it all night. So, you know, you get what you get and you don't get sad. That is a really good looking pale ale. That's opaque. Nice straw yellow. Little amber in the middle. Nice white head. Does exactly what you're looking for, I think. Ooh, the aroma. Oh. Peachy, orangey, pineapple-y. Does this sound familiar to you? Very pineapple-y, actually. But like almost like cooked pineapple or like canned pineapple. A little bit more sugary, sweet forward, less acidic and bright. This is all on the nose, by the way. I could be totally wrong. I actually think I smell a bit of wheat. I've been on a bit of a kick. This has got to have wheat or oats in it. Based on the clarity, I think I can smell the wheat. Well, let's give it a taste and see. Oh, that's a good little pale ale. Oh, that is. Oh, that's nice. This one's got a bit more of an assertive hoppiness to it. I'm trying to remember now. Did I say last week that Todd one wasn't particularly bitter at all? It was all aromatic. If I did, and I think I did, this one's got a bit of perceived bitterness, some alpha acids to it for sure. Not aggressively. Very nicely done. but definitely a nice bit of a hoppy bite to the finish. Mm. And yeah, the hops are actually a bit earthier than I would have guessed on the nose. Still pineapple-y and like tangerine, pineapple and tangerine, I think. Not so much peachy on the palate. Still smells a little peachy. But yeah, no, I would say earthy, pineapple-y. Again, cooked pineapple. Not there's almost no. Sometimes you get a bit of a tartness off of the hop when it's a very citrusy one. None of that. None of that. Yeah, I'm gonna go with tangerines and pineapples and earthy, but not particularly piney. Yeah, not really piney at all. Just earthy. Earthy pineapple-y. Well, it's got pine in it. Pineapple. Oh, dad joke ahoy. I want to apologize. I was going to say in advance. It's already happened. I would like to apologize for that dad joke. However, it did give me an opportunity to have another sip of beer. I'm always up for that. Yeah, it's interesting. The body, a little confusing maybe. There is oats in that. I'm almost positive, and I can taste wheat. So there's some density to it, but it's still quite light bodied, if that makes any sense. It doesn't like, but again, when we talk about dryness, we tend to be talking more about sugar, not so much the proteins. So even though it's like light bodied and dry, there's some weight to it from the proteins. Again, from what I'm almost sure is wheat and oats. Almost positive on that one. What hops are in here? Do not know. Mm-mm-mm. Um, earthy, pineapple-y, tangerine. Did I say tangerine or mandarin? You know what I mean. Like an orange, but a little sweeter. Hmm. Maybe there's some more of that Idaho gem that I learned about last week. I don't know, but it's delicious. Nice and light. Yeah, same as the one last week, just crushable. I mean, interesting. There's some character here. There's stuff you can think about. Flavors are layered and a little nuanced, but at the same time, I could easily send this beer off right now. Happily. Chop it, as they say. Yeah, really, really good stuff for food. Honestly, I think you could at risk of left field is going to say that their pairing is some very elaborate food that you can get at a minor league baseball um, stadium or arena or whatever. What do we call that? Stadium? No. Um, ballpark? Stadium. I don't know. I didn't think I was mentally out of it today, but maybe I lost more blood than I thought. I didn't lose that much blood. It's fine. Uh, anyway, what was I saying? Left field. Yeah, they always come up with things like they'll say, "Oh, look, someone's driving the wrong way up my one-way street." That's not what left field says. That happens all the time, by the way, especially in the summer. Tourists are not good at one-way streets, but I digress. What were we talking about? Left field, and they're delightfully specific and things that I've never seen at a ballpark food recommendations for ballpark parents. I remember one time it was Korean fried chicken. I mean, if you can get it, but if you got Korean fried chicken at the Dome, it'd probably cost you $48 and you'd get a single wing. You heard it first here. Honestly, though, this would work really well with a hot dog or a sausage. There's enough bitterness and astringency to work with the fat content in a processed meat like that. Um, the pineapple and the tangerine, I mean, especially if it's pork based, that's that fits. That'll work. That they'll get along. Um, I mean, obviously, careful what you top it with. You use too much Dijon, you're gonna miss the beer. But bit of ballpark mustard, maybe a bit of kraut. I think you'd be fine. That'd be pretty tasty. Look at me actually doing a baseball inspired food pairing for left field. I'm proud of myself. That was pretty good. Yeah, I like that. That's a very, very good beer. Bought that from the brewery via Uber Eats. I hate Uber, but then sometimes it's Sunday and you want beer and you don't want to go get it. And for a very competitive fee, I can get somebody to go get it for me. And that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'll do that more often than I probably care to admit. Anyway, that's where that came from. And as I said, it was brewed at the new Liberty Village brew pub, so it's definitely there too. But it's really tasty. Really, just rock solid little pale ale. Love it in a short can. 4.2%. I can see it says in the can. Love this stuff. Could drink this all day. Obviously, if I drank it all day, it wouldn't end well. But you take my meaning. I would enjoy drinking it a number of times. Let's look it up. What do we got here? Left field. Let's spell that right. Left field Longshot. Let's do that. Longshot, Left Field Brewery. The Liberty Village Tap Room, Kitchen, and Beer Store, by the way, open 11 until midnight. Just in case you were wondering. Longshot, Pale Ale. Welcome to the field, the Liberty Village Longshot. I didn't get the inflection right there. That's more... so I was doing it like, welcome to the field, the Liberty Village Longshots. It's more like, welcome to the field, the Liberty Village Longshots. It's like I'm not wishing the Longshots a welcome to the field. I'm telling you to welcome to the field, the Liberty Village Longshots. And I hope I've believe that there's an inflection difference in pronouncing it. But it was the first time I read that. So it got me. Welcome to the field, the Liberty Village Longshots. Our first brew in our new home, Longshot Pale Ale, is smooth and hazy, true, with flavors of pineapple, yes, and orange peel. Yeah, okay. I think tangerine. With a gently earthy finish. Fair. I actually get earthiness right off the top, but, different people's mouths, they're built different. There is more. It says, named for the previous home of our Liberty Village scoreboard, Downers Grove, Illinois. Look, I know that that's a grove that was probably named for a family called Downer. But that just, look, could we workshop that place name a little? Downers Grove. A place to feel great about life. Anyway, Downers Grove, Illinois. And their youth travel team, the Longshots. Okay, that makes sense. And it contains wheat, so it contains wheat. Pardon me. Do they give me any other info? They do not. Oh, that's actually interesting. Underneath the photo, which is it on the arm of some stadium seating, I believe. Nice picture. Might have been lit using a ring light, but I'm getting a little too into the weeds on the photo composition there. Anyway, underneath they have like the alcohol, which is listed 4.2, but then IBU, SRM, and food pairings, all blank. They don't have food pairings for this beer, unless it's on the can, which the beer says 4.2%, 355. Check for freshness will do. Packaged 16th of April, 2024. Pretty fresh. Less than a month. I'll take that. What do we have? Oh, they do have ballpark pairings. Pardon me. And by the way, my mind's eyes are jumping everywhere here. The ingredients say water, malted barley, wheat, oats, hops, and yeast. So yes, there are wheat and oats in here. Good for me. I'm smart. Ballpark pairings. Well, that's nice. Chicago-ish hot dog. I don't know what a Chicago hot dog looks like, but it's a hot dog. I wonder what's on top of it. And then cheddar and caramel popcorn mix, which of course, that's famously known as Chicago style popcorn. Do you think that Downers Grove, Illinois is possibly near Chicago, Illinois? It's possible. They seem to have a real Chicago lilt to these pairings. But again, the hot dog, absolutely. What is a Chicago hot dog? Let's look that up. What's in a Chicago hot dog? Did you already know this if you're listening? Well, that's all recipes. Food Network, these are, okay, Wikipedia. Let's go with Wikipedia. Wikipedia says that a Chicago-style hot dog, Chicago dog, or a Chicago Red Hot, which, by the way, can we just get on calling it that from now on? Of course, I always forget hot dogs are beef. It's an all-beef Frankfurter, not to be confused with Dr. Frankenfurter. Anyway, I digress. He was all human. Actually, no, he wasn't. He was an alien, right? He was an alien, not human at all. I've seen the movie, guys. A Chicago-style hot dog is an all-beef Frankfurter on a poppy seed bun. Okay. Originating from the city of Chicago, Illinois. Cool. We're getting there. Don't worry. I'm going to get there. The hot dog is topped with yellow mustard, which, if you are not familiar with mustard, the strata of mustard in the United States, now I might be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure yellow mustard is what I would call ballpark. It's like, yellow French's mustard. Brown mustard is what we would call Dijon, and grainy mustard is still just grainy mustard. Anyway, this has got yellow mustard, chopped white onions, bright green sweet pickle relish. Kind of odd about the fact that they've given the extra adjective there. Bright, not green sweet pickle relish, but bright green. Oh, and I got to tell you, actually, in that picture, that's bright green. That's food coloring green pickle relish. A dill pickle spear, which also is shown in, oh, this is disgusting in the picture. Tomato slices or wedges. What the hell are you doing, Chicago? Who puts tomato slices on their hot dog? It's a hot dog. It's not a hamburger, Chicago. Don't get greedy. Anyway. Pickled sport peppers. Never had a sport pepper. It does say it's a variety of, thanks, guys. Capsicum annuum. It means it's a pepper. That's what that means. Thanks. And a dash of celery salt. Of course, they point out the assembly of a Chicago hot dog is said to be dragged through the garden due to the many toppings. The method for cooking the hot dog itself varies depending on the vendor's preference. Most often, they are steamed, water simmered, or less often grilled over charcoal, in which case they are referred to as char dogs. The canonical recipe does not include ketchup, as it should not. And there is a widely shared strong opinion among many Chicagoans. Is that really what we call them? Chicagoans? I think we could have done better than that. And aficionados that ketchup is unacceptable. I know one of those aficionados is Ben Johnson, and he agrees with that statement. A number of Chicago hot dog vendors do not offer ketchup as a condiment. Well, bless their souls. That's what a Chicago-style hot dog is. The TLDR, or the why did you go through all that when all you could have said is, it's a gross hot dog that you probably don't want to eat, Chris. I would say you are correct. Tomatoes, no thank you. And whatever the hell that relish was, absolutely. That's the kind of thing that you eat, and it's going to turn your poop green, because that is not a normal color in nature. That relish has clearly got food dye added to it. It's shocking. Shockingly green. It's like what you would expect a Muppet to eat on a hot dog. It's that green. Anyway. For a minute, I couldn't remember why I was talking about that, because they suggested a Chicago Red Hot, which I'm going to refer to it as from now on. Disagree, left field, just based on the tomato alone. Also, everything else, actually. No, disagree. Too many things. I get that you're trying to, it's Chicago, it's Illinois. Da, 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 da. I understand where we're going. But nah, don't put all that stuff on the hot dog. Not for me. No, sir. Thank you, though. Still don't know what the hops are. Couldn't tell you. It's a tasty beer. I like it. Tastes like mandarin, not orange peel, but that's just my opinion. Opinions vary. It's definitely got citrus in it. Definitely pineapple-y and earthy in a really nice way. So tasty. Mm-mm-mm. I mean, look, I'm nearing finishing here, and I haven't even finished the app. And I normally use a little bit and do a little TikTok for the kids. Yeah, the kids like the tick and the talks. Got to have some beer to do the TikTok. Anyway, I have more in the fridge. I could just top it up. I don't care. What do we got going on? I don't know. What do you have going on? We had a rugby game. It's rugby season, guys. You had a good couple of months there between the Six Nations and this moment. I am sorry, but we are back. Balmy Beach. 4 teams, 4 wins. Admittedly, one of them was a forfeit win. That was my team. We won by forfeit. Yes. But then we played another team and we beat them too. So I like to think we won twice. Every other team on Saturday only won once. We won twice. So we're better. Just putting that out there right now. Yes, indeed, Balmy Beach Rugby Club back at it. First week of the ORU and the TRU seasons. And we made a statement. I'm not going to lie. 4 big wins. Ours forfeit win. That's not a statement. That's a statement from the other team. And what they're stating is we don't have enough players to play 2 teams. Yeah, we had a great time. It was a really good day. Weather was a little meh. It was a bit cold, but it was great. And I played, just in case you're wondering, I played. I played. Had some carries. That was fun. Got to play 8-man, which I never do because of my size. I'm not built like an 8-man, but we were only playing 12 aside. So no flankers and no fullback. And that meant for me to be involved as a forward, which is where I tend to play, I got to be the 8-man. And that was a ton of fun. Especially we had a play where they had a scrum on their 5-meter line, which is very close to scoring for us. It's very far for them to score. It's about 95 meters away from where they're going to score, but it's only 5 meters away from where we're going to score. But they put the ball into the scrum, and that normally means that they get the ball back out of the scrum. But we were dominant, and we stole the scrum, and the scrum walked forward, and I picked up the ball off the back of the scrum and definitely thought I was going to get a try, and definitely wasn't ready for the other 8-man to come out and hit me as hard as he did. He really labeled me, and I did not score. But we did subsequently score, which was nice. It's just I didn't get to do it. I instead got absolutely T-boned, I believe is how you would describe it. But it was fun. It was good. It was a good time. Made some tackles. It was good. It was a great outing. Man, I love rugby. Anyway, you don't have to worry about hearing about rugby on Monday of this week coming up because there are no games this weekend because it's the long weekend. And even if there were games, you wouldn't hear about it because it's the long weekend. And so I'm going to be down at the lake watching fireworks. I'm not going to be podcasting a week today. So look for me in your feed in 2 weeks, back in 2 weeks, which I believe is like the 26th or something like that. Could probably do the math. It's the 13th right now. That's going to look a little bit more like the 27th. I was pretty close though. Anyway, that's where we're at. That's what's happening. Good times. Good times. Man, I feel good. In the meantime, pick yourself up some of this here Longshot Pale Ale from our friends at Left Field Brewery. Available at both bottle shops right now. I was going to say feel free to order on Uber Eats. I haven't actually confirmed that they love that. I mean, I know they participate in it. I wonder how much they get dinged. I know I pay a delivery fee. I wonder if they get dinged too. Sure hope not. Better check. Anyway, go in and pick it up. Great breweries. Both of them. Well, I haven't been in the Liberty Village one, but I know Mark and Mandy well enough to know that it's not going to be a hot mess. It's going to be a good time. So go check it out. They have a new scoreboard, which is an old scoreboard, a used scoreboard from what was it called? I Hate My Life, Illinois, something like that. Something like that. I can't remember. Anyway, go check it out. Pick up that beer while you're there. A lot of other good stuff right now. I picked up a few different things, and happy that I did. I'm always happy that I did, though. So that's that. That's what we're doing. I'm not back next week. I'll be back in 2 weeks. In the meantime, listen to my buddy Rob Currie and the Currie Brothers. Buy the record. Link is in the description. Always is, guys. It always is. And if you haven't clicked that link yet, maybe tonight's the night. You might really like it. I sure as heck do. This is it. Rob Currie and the Currie Brothers. Talk to you in 2 weeks.